Aaliyah, the angel who was silenced. Welcome to the Whisper Report, where soft voices echo the loudest. This is not just about music, it's about a girl who became a star, but was never truly protected. This is the story of Aaliyah Dana Haughton and the people who whispered over her while she stayed silent. Aaliyah Dana Haughton was born on January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Her name meant the highest, most exalted one, and somehow it fits her perfectly. From a young age, Aaliyah took voice lessons, studied acting, and performing in local plays. She was soft-spoken, graceful, and laser-focused. By the age 10, she performed on Star Search. Age 12, she signed with Jive Records and her uncle's label, Black Ground Records. Even while chasing fame, she never let go of her roots. Aaliyah attended Detroit High School for the Fine and Performing Arts, where she studied dance and voice and maintained a 4.0 GPA. A quiet girl with big dreams and the work ethic to match them. And yet, all of the promise would soon be placed in the hands of someone who did not deserve her. Aaliyah's uncle, Barry Hankerson, believed in her talent and introduced her to a rising star in the music industry, known as R. Kelly. He became her producer, her mentor, the man behind the debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, dropped in 1994 and went double platinum, y'all. It launched her career and changed everything. But beneath the praise and the album sales was a secret. Aaliyah was just 15 years old and R. Kelly was 27. They had secretly married. It wasn't until Vibe magazine published a marriage certificate listing her as 18. But she was a child, and what happened wasn't just hidden. It was criminal. A former manager testified that R. Kelly bribed a government worker to obtain a fake ID. Prosecutors later argued that Kelly arranged the marriage to protect himself. Because a spouse couldn't be forced to testify, the marriage was annulled in 1995. And in return, Aaliyah and her family were reportedly coerced into signing an NDA. They couldn't sue for abuse. They couldn't speak out. In exchange, they received the rights to R. Kelly's first 3 albums. Aaliyah never spoke about it. She moved on publicly, but privately, she had already learned that silence was a survival. Aaliyah broke away from R. Kelly. She reemerged in 1996 with the One in a Million soft futuristic R&B album produced by Timbaland and Missy Elliott. She's different now, more grown, more in control. She starred in movies like Romeo Must Die, Queen of the Damned. She danced like smoke and sang like a secret. But no matter how much she rose, something always lingered. The industry that once failed her never truly made it right.
That boys don't.
Because in the movie, the boys are kind of stupid.
Or what?
And you're clever. You're the big black boy.
That's funny. I don't know. What do we have that they don't have? Well, we're women. We have I don't know. Let's come back to that a little bit later.
By 2000, Aaliyah was in love. Not with an older man who controlled her, but with someone who adored her. Damon Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller Records. They kept things quiet, soft, private, real. Damon said they were planning to get married. He called himself to be a lucky man to be with Aaliyah. But even here, the whispered followed. He once revealed that Jay-Z had also wanted Aaliyah. But Aaliyah chose Damon. She was 21. And again, the men around her were nearly a decade older. In August 2001, Aaliyah flew to the Bahamas to film Rock the Boat. Her team was exhausted, the plane was small, overloaded, rushed. Some reports say she didn't want to get on that plane, but someone made a call. That plane took off and crashed just moments later. Aaliyah was gone just at 22 years old. Dame Dash would later say, "If I had been there, she wouldn't have gotten on that plane." From R. Kelly to the music exes, from men who desired her to men who failed her, Aaliyah was surrounded by power but never truly protected by it. They said she was mysterious, but maybe she was just quiet, because she had learned that speaking up wouldn't save her. She danced like a whisper, she moved like a secret, and she loved with more grace than the world deserved. This was Aaliyah's final whisper.
There's no formula. There's no formula in this business. There's no science to it. You know, you never really know. You know, when you put an album together, you do a video, you just have to hope that people like it. Audiences can be very fickle, and you never really can tell what someone's gonna like. You know, you could do something totally to the left and it's huge, or they could hate it. So there's no...
Thank you for listening to the Whisper Report. If Aaliyah's story touched you, whisper back with a comment, a like, or a memory. Because sometimes it's the quietest girls who leave the deepest marks.